this week in the item shop, we have the Karasu-Tengu Genji Halloween skin. And even though it is not Halloween anymore, it's been like almost, what, like 2 weeks since Halloween. It is still a super cool skin. So today we're going to be deciding if this skin is worth it or not. And so first, I just want to point out that this skin is 1,500 in the item shop right now. It says it's normally 1,900, but I think that might have been with the bundle that they took out. So I really don't know the accurate price on this. So we're just gonna say 1,500, and it is a legendary skin. So I had to look it up what this skin actually means. But it is basically just a legendary creature found in like Japanese folklore, and it's just like a crow or a raven type creature. That's basically all I have to go off of. And yes, that description pretty much accurately describes the skin. You can see the feathers right here of like a raven slash crow. Really cool. So let's take a look at the head. I really like this anime style hair that's going on, and I really think that is fitting of the Japanese culture. We have the little pointy elf ears. I'm not really sure if birds don't really have ears, so I'm glad that it does look really cool though. We have a beak. The skin tone is actually just this purple hue with some orange accents along the sides of it. I love the nice orange glowing eyes. It kind of even has like mist coming out of it, which is pretty baller. I don't necessarily know what is on top of his forehead right there. It kind of just looks like a giant jewel. As we take down a look at his arms, you can see the feather details. So the feathers are actually a darker purple to match with his purple skin tone. Honestly, really cool. The chest, instead of these being like abs, these are more like cybernetic abs, I guess. The belt is made out of these like blue and red beads that just wrap all the way around his waist. On his shins, we have some claws that you would actually typically find on a bird. I mean, there's really not any birds with toes or anything. So honestly, this is a great attention to detail, not giving him just normal boots or anything. Having him have clawed feet to match the style of a bird is super cool. On the back, you can actually see the ends of the swords are actually shaped like a bird's beak. Even on the sword, there are feathered shaped made out of metal. So it really is tying in with the whole theme of being a bird. The shurikens themselves don't follow the same pattern as the skin with it being purple and orange highlights. So in this case, it is metal, which makes way more sense. Honestly, the metal with the orange in the middle and the accent colors really strikes a nice detail on these. These are some of the more clean shurikens that we have on the Genji skin. The dragon blade itself, now let's be real here. This is phenomenal. Look at this. This does follow the whole purple with the orange accent marks on it. And these are the feathered metal shapes that I was talking about a minute ago. Look at this. It really just looks like a lava lake going on along the side of this. Man, I love that. Look, I love the little hole in there. Nice little detail. You can, again, see the beak shape of a bird right there with the eye. Same color eye as we see on Genji himself. Man, this sword is probably the best sword I've ever seen. So let's take a look at some emotes. We have amusing, challenge, cutting edge, whirlwind, paper stars, meditate, salute, sky lantern, and dance. Up next, we have the victory poses at kneeling, shuriken, sword dance, medal, RIP, toast, meditate, and then over the shoulder. And lastly, we're gonna go over the highlight intros. So we have the warrior salute, the pumpkin carving, shuriken, and then unsheathing the sword. Oh, look at that. So cool. And finally, we're gonna go over the golden weapons. So let's do this thing. Here is a good look at what they look like before the gold. Let's check out, oh man. Oh wow. Look at that. That really looks, that looks all right. But I like it. I really just like the shape of the shurikens. I'm not really fond of the orange lava with the gold. I don't really think the colors match that well. Like, I know you can't change the color of the gold itself, but man, I really like the shape of these. Man, if the middle was purple, it would look so good. Anyways, let's look at the dragon blade. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. That is so pretty. That's exactly what I wanted. It changes the lava to a slightly discolored gold to not just make it a single color. Oh my gosh, that is beautiful. Even the face down at the bottom is gold. The eyes not, man. That is like a 10 out of 10. All right, let's check out Genji real quick. Oh my gosh, that skin looks so good up close. Look at that. Oh my gosh. So up first, let's take a look at his hand in first person. You can see the shurikens. What I actually really like about this now, I'm kind of glad that they didn't make the shurikens purple or like have a purple tint to it, because it really would have blended in with his hand itself. On the hand, it actually even looks like talons. I couldn't even see that when we're in the locker view of it itself. But like, look at that. You can see a little bit more details on the hands right here, since we can get a way closer up look at it. The nails are like talons, like a bird would have. Really, really cool. Man, that's really cool detail. But the shurikens themselves, again, are just made straight out of metal and stuff. And look at that. The purple and orange and metal looks so good together. The shape of that, again, just mimics the claws. I didn't even realize that at first, but that is so cool. Let's take a look at what our high looks like. Oh, nice. You can see those claws again. What was our punch? Oh, so it just brings out the tiny blade. Oh, look at that. The tiny blade in action looks really cool. You can see, again, the little lava on the side of it. That's what I'm calling it. It's not really lava, but look at that. That's so cool. Let's check out our deflect. Brings out the dragon blade for a second. Oh, my gosh. It's so cool. Again, it's basically the same as like the melee sword, but looks really cool. All right, maybe we can get ourselves a unique voice line with the dragon blade. It's the same thing. But look at that blade. That actually looks phenomenal, man. In that position, that looks so cool. I love the lava details. So anyways, we've pretty much covered everything that we need to so far to give this skin a rating. And honestly, this is a phenomenal Genji skin if you are a Genji player or just a DPS in general. This is such a cool skin. I'm going to straight up give this a 9.5 out of 10. Literally the only thing that is taken away from points is the fact that there are no unique voice lines. Other than that, I think everything is perfect. Perfect, dude. I've like never given a skin that kind of rating before. This is such a good skin. Other than the fact that there's no unique voice lines or the gold weapon looking a little goofy. But other than that, I absolutely think that this skin is totally worth it. So anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all later.